Oh, yeah.
What's up, motherfuckers? How we doing tonight? Oh, yeah? I'm often asked, Dylan, what flavor of white are you? And I tell people, for the most part, Greek, French, and English. So that means genetically, I'm 25% gay, 15% pussy, the other 60% just makes me talk like an idiot. And you know what makes me sick, especially as a Greek man nowadays? Cultural appropriation. I get tired of watching my people's stereotypes appropriated by other groups. For instance, everyone knows the Greeks were the pioneers of mathematics. That is, until the Asians came along and stole math from us. That was our stereotype. No one views Greeks like myself as intelligent people anymore. All we're known for is made-up stories, Coney Islands, and smashing plates at weddings. Ain't really the academic type. You want another stereotype taken from us? See, historically, us Greeks were some of the first butt fuckers. Yes. Historically, back in ancient Greece, banging another man was considered heroic. It's how the Spartans maintained their military might. But then the French and the liberals had to come along and make butt sex gay. Could you imagine how terrifying an army of Spartans skipping off the battle would be? Like, come on, butt fuckers, let's go kill some Persians. Another stereotype a lot of people don't really associate with us Greeks is slavery. Us Greeks, we were slaves way before the events of Django Unchained. And to make matters worse, we don't have a cool racial slur that gets other people in trouble. The best we have is greaseball. I can't take anyone seriously. It's like, hey, greaseball, come here. Makes me sound like a sleazy salesman. I'm Greek, not Chaldean. Yes, but if you see someone who's Greek, be cognizant of their heritage. Because their ancestors could have been slaves, or they could be gay. Or as Republicans like to call us, being a snowflake. And if you meet a if you meet a Greek who's really good at math, then just know, most likely, they're Chinese. The moral here is, Greeks are gay and stupid. It's alright. You can't say that, but I can. Those are my people. Yeah, growing up in Michigan here, Michigan weather is fucked. You know, our weather is a lot like a hot chick who's a little bit crazy. They'll say one thing but really mean something else. Cry up a storm for no reason, and often gets way too much attention. And you can never tell how things are going to turn out. One minute it's hot, the next it's cold, and sometimes things get all wet when you least expect it. And it's never when you want it to. And no matter how many times it screws you over, you see a little sunshine and think, this time, things will be different. But then a thunderstorm comes along and sleeps with your best friend. Psst, weather. We got any couples in the crowd? Oh yeah. I enjoy seeing a happy couple, but love isn't for everyone. Especially if you value fitness. You see, how I see love, marriage is essentially two people admitting, hey, this is the best we're gonna look, and it's all downhill from here. So we're able to afford buying a house. Let's sign a contract forcing us to stay together and have gross missionary sex. Or else, our lives will be financially ruined. You know, family values. I can't speak for my future wife, but I'm looking forward to marriage. And speaking of marriage, has anyone here ever done anything and they're like, fuck, why'd I do that? Oh, you guys are all perfect, huh? Alright, so recently I did a set where I did a joke that used a homophobic slur at LGBT community. I know, it's not 2004 anymore. But don't worry, on the way home, gay karma got me. I ended up getting pulled over and I got a ticket. You see, despite what Chick-fil-A Republicans may believe, God really does love gay people. That, or he just likes to fuck with me. You know, but at least gays are getting representation in Hollywood. I've seen that Hollywood is rebooting one of America's most beloved franchises, Home Alone. But since Trump was in the last one, I've been told they want to be more progressive this time around. So the first installment is going to be called Leave Those Homos Alone. And I've read somewhere that when making an important life or career decision, it's best to only have a plan A. Because people that have a plan B are more likely to stick to their backup plan. For instance, if you say, if this doesn't work out, I'm going back to my old job. Or if this relationship fails, I'm just going to get back to my ex. Either way, You're either going back to Wendy's or you're going back to Sleeping with Wendy. Yeah, it's important to plan these type of things. There's a reason why you see black and Latino families with like 6 or 7 kids, and most white couples have like 2 or 3. The answer is simple. Birth control. Or as white women like to call it, abortion. Because who needs a plan B when you got plan A? All right. We got a Planned Parenthood crowd, all right. So, a lot of people are still talking about this Trump versus Zelensky situation. And this is what I gotta say about it. You know, it doesn't matter who's right or wrong that's gonna resolve this conflict. It's all about credibility and who has better screen credits. Trump was in Home Alone 2, a Comedy Central roast, and had his own show. For us comedians, that's a pretty big deal. What are Zelensky's credits? He doesn't even have anything in English. I'm sorry, but gibberish with an accent is only so funny. Yeah, has anyone here even seen a Ukrainian film? Aside from the execution videos, I know you guys are watching. Yeah, but despite what you think about either actor, I'm just looking forward to their roles in the next installment of the World War franchise. Could you imagine the budget on World War III? That might have Star Wars and Lord of the Rings beat for the greatest trilogy of all time. And remind me, who was that group of people responsible for the Holocaust? Yeah, that's right. Catholics. When you think about it, World War II was a great revenge story for Jesus. Coming soon to theaters. The Bible, Episode 3, Revenge of the Christ.